Hey guys, how can we solve a quadratic equation by factoring? So if we have an equation like this, 2x squared minus 3x equals to 20, one way to solve it would be to try and factor it. And then once we factor it, we equal each factor to 0. So, but before then we actually try factoring, we need to move everything to one side. So we would have 2x squared still here, 3x here, but we would move 20 to the other side, so it would be minus 20. And see, it ends up being equal to 0. That's always the goal if we want to solve the quadratic equation by factoring. Now what we have here, this trinomial, it actually factors as 2x plus 5 times x minus 4. And it's still equal to 0. Now, if you want to know how to factor this, if you need help factoring, then there are some videos that I made on factoring that you could try. So now that we have this factored, what we need to do is equal each of the factors to 0. Now, why do we do that? Well, if, let's say, so this is multiplication right here. So if this factor right here is equal to 0, what we have here is 0 times something. It doesn't really matter what this something is. If we multiply by 0, it's going to give us the 0. And then the same thing applies here. If this is equal to 0, it doesn't matter what the other factor is equal to. 0 times that is going to be equal to 0. So, and finding zeros is actually finding solutions, finding the roots. So let's equal each of these factors to 0. So 2x plus 5 equal to 0, and then we have x minus 4 equal to 0. Here we move 5 to the other side, and then we divide by 2. So x is equal to negative 5 over 2, negative 5 halves. So that's one of our roots, our solutions. And then here, when we move forward to the other side, we end up with x equals to 4. So here are the two solutions, 2 zeros, 2 x-intercepts, 2 roots, whatever we want to call it. And we obtain them by first reorganizing this, move everything to one side. One thing that we have to pay attention to is that the exponents go in descending order. So see, this is squared, this is to the first, and this would be to 0. And then once we have that, we factor it, and then we equal each factor to 0 to obtain the two roots, the two solutions. Thank you for watching.